howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters, the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and Mad River Travel. Did some figuring the other day, and it was 1990, 30 years ago, that I hosted my first fly fishing trip, and that trip was to a place called Johnson's Pere Marquette River Lodge up in Michigan, of course on the banks of the Pere Marquette River. In fact, I found a picture stashed away of that trip 30 years ago. Just a little bit of trivia here. I think that Kelly Gallup took this picture, pretty sure. This was my first hosted trip 30 years ago, and it turns out that the guides on that trip were Charlie Weaver, Walt Grau, and Kelly Gallup. And of course, Charlie and I went on to play music together, recorded the River Song CD. Walt Grau, one of the most legendary anglers of our generation, of course unsung, but Walt invented half of everything that we do, especially here in the Great Lakes. And of course, Kelly, one of my dearest friends, still do business with Kelly also at the Slide Inn, and now at Gallup's Sandy Point Bonefish Lodge on Amoco. Now, at the time, Johnson's Pere Marquette Lodge was owned by Jim and Phyllis Johnson, and I'm here today to tell you that we are still doing business with the Johnsons. I guess it's been about 10 or 12 years ago. They started a lodge up in Alaska. They no longer own the Pere Marquette River Lodge, although we still love fishing up there in Michigan. But these days they are running Katmai Trophy Lodge and the Naknek River Camp up in Alaska. And I guess we're running on about 8 or 9 years now that we've been running trips, hosted trips to their lodges in Alaska. Most recently, about 4 years ago now, we moved over to Katmai Trophy Lodge. It's a little more upscale, a true lodge building right on the banks of the legendary Naknek River. And we typically host about 3 trips a year, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. We do our Alaska Sampler, which is usually in July. We do a trip for silvers and bows in August, and then we do what we call Naktoberfest, which is usually in late September, early October. Kind of a two-handed swing fly trip where you're catching just the biggest of the biggest rainbow. They're the fattest this season. That's an amazing trip. But on my most recent trip up there, I took a few minutes and did a little tour around the lodge so you can get a feel for what Katmai Trophy Lodge is all about. All right, friends, just finished up our last day of fishing here at Katmai Trophy Lodge. And as you've seen me do before, I thought I'd do a little walkthrough of the camp and just give you a little tour around so you can see what Katmai Trophy Lodge is all about. So we'll start off here at my cabin, which is the Fox cabin. There's 2 of these, and we'll use these cabins if we have couples. We can have 2 couples, they'll have their own private cabin, or if we have a large group, which we usually do, somewhere around 14 or 16 folks, and we definitely use the cabins. But excuse the mess, it's been a week of fishing, but let me just show you around just a pinch. Pretty nice little cozy cabin. You got a double bed, single bed. As you see, stuff is strewn all over the place. Plenty of places to hang stuff. You got the deck out here for waiters and such. And then here's the bathroom. Perfectly good after a day of fishing. Shower, sink, toilet, whole 9 yards. All the things you'd expect from a bathroom. So follow along. Let me show you down by the dock and the main cabin. Over here is the septic system where bears have been digging almost every morning. They finally put up a little bear fence around it, but the bears have been in there digging. So here's the dock, right down the steps of the main lodge. And this is where you're gonna meet your guide every morning if you're fishing on the river, on the Naknek River. If you're heading out on a fly out or on a boat trip up to Brooks or to Margot Creek, you'll either go into town to get on the plane or upriver to the sister camp, the Naknek River camp there. But if you're fishing the river, this is where you're going to meet your guides every morning, right out the steps of the lodge. And here's your view from the main lodge. As you see, a nice little gathering area. We've had some bears out there on this island right out in front of the lodge here every night. We've had bears walking along the river. Beautiful view of a wonderful river. Of course, your grills, the guides' cabins are over there. Mr. James Johnson on the top floor there. And then come on inside the lodge here. And here we have the main lodge. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. We'll go look at, we've got elk. We've got moose over on this side. We'll go check out these guys' room here. So elk and moose are pretty much identical. You've got a pretty nice sized bathroom, double, and then you got the bunks. Mini fridge in each room, little nightstand. This room in particular has a nice view of the bears digging up the septic tank every morning. And let's go upstairs and check out those rooms real quick. As you see, you got a little gathering area for wolf and bear. And pretty much identical rooms up here. And these will sleep 2. And you can see very cozy, comfortable rooms for an Alaska fishing lodge in the middle of the Alaskan wilderness. Kitchen, where all the culinary magic happens. And most importantly, I think we're almost done with this tour, so let's have a beer. Oh, there he is. It's the boss.
How's it going?
Everybody be cool. James is here. Yeah, thanks for a great week.
Yeah, no problem. It was great having you.
We're just showing everybody around the lodge, and really, really great week. We just wound up on a great note, and I think everybody's had a great time. So there you go, friends. Katmai Trophy Lodge. Come up and see us. 2 or 3 times a year, Mad River Outfitters is here. We'd love for you to join us. So there you have it, friends. Stay tuned. We've got a ton more footage from our Alaska trips coming your way. And of course, if you're interested in joining us in Alaska, whether that's this year, 2020, or in years to come, you can always get on our website and get the full rundown, the pricing, everything you need to know. And then of course, pick up the phone and give us a call if you have any questions. At this point, all of us that work here have been to Katmai Trophy Lodge, and we can speak intelligently and help outfit you for that or any trip to Alaska for that matter. We've been fishing Alaska now since 1995 as Mad River Outfitters. So thanks for watching as always. We appreciate it. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, all the good things. We really appreciate it. And stay tuned. We've got a lot more coming at you. If you like this video, hit subscribe. It helps out a lot. And check out these videos. We think you might like them too.